Hi everyone, welcome to Dolls in the Cradle. My name is Anne. I hope everyone is having a good day. It's getting ready to storm here. But I wanted to get this video made, and this is something that I've been wanting to do. I just, of course, I haven't had the opportunity to do it, but now is the perfect time. So this entire video, I'm going to be sharing with you some different Cuddle babies. Now, please know that all the Cuddle babies that I have in my nursery, I absolutely love them. But some of them, they're how the artist stuffed the Cuddle baby. Some are a lot better than others, and I'm glad I haven't changed some of them out yet, because you're not going to be able to see what's in them, but I'm going to show you. I'll still be able to get my message across, I hope. So I'm starting with Bianca, because Bianca is, I feel, my best stuffed Cuddle baby. Her artist did such an amazing job with weighting her head, weighting her arms and her body and her legs. The thing I want to talk about most is the arms and the legs in Cuddle babies, because unfortunately, not all the artists that are creating Cuddle babies, I don't think they understand that a Cuddle baby, most people want the Cuddle baby to be very weighted. And in order to get that weight in to the Cuddle baby, you can't just stuff the baby with the weight and the polyfill in the stomach and then do not too much to the arms and to the legs and to the feet. Now, this little girl, she has weighting in her feet, and it goes up her leg to her knee. To the knee up is the polyfill. And of course, she's stuffed wonderful, in her belly. And then with her arms, she's got the weight in her hands all the way up her arms until right at the beginning crease of her elbow here. And then she has the polyfill. So what that does is it gives the limbs enough weight so that wherever you want to put them, they're going to pose a lot better. But not only that, when you're holding a Cuddle baby, you don't just want a heavy core to your baby. You want to feel some weight in their arms and in their legs. And to me, it's just very important to distribute that weight. So she is done beautifully. So let me show you my others that are done, in my opinion, to perfection. So, yeah, isn't she a baby? Isn't she a cute little baby? I took some shine off of her, so I matted her a little bit, and I like it better this way. So let me move. Oh my goodness. Let me move this big baby girl, and I'm going to bring on I'm holding Bianca, y'all, and I'm trying to bring Mason over here. Okay, let's bring in Mason. Now, Bianca is a big girl. She's long, y'all. She's long. Okay, so here is my Mason, who I absolutely love and adore. And his artist is actually a subscriber to the channel. So, Anna, if you see this, here's little Mason. So Mason is another one of my cuddle babies that is done to perfection. And what I mean by to perfection for me is that he is weighted properly. Now, I have to say that everyone is going to be a little bit different on how they like to weight their cuddle babies, right? So if you start getting into cuddle babies, you're really going to have to experience several different kinds in order to understand what you really like. So with Mason, you know, he's got nice weight in his head. He's got nice weight in his torso. And when it comes to his arms, now when I restuff a cuddle baby, this is how I do it. And I love this. So once again, the weight, the glass beads are in his hands. They come all the way up to right here, to right above the crease of the elbow. And then it has the polyfill. So that gives him a nice weighted arm. An arm that is not very weighted will sometimes look like, you know, it's just so light. It's like a feather and you can't really do much with it. But with a weighted arm, you can do a lot with that weighted arm. That weighted arm is going to lay down. If this didn't have any weight in it, it might be up here like this a little bit. So then come down to Mason's leg, and I'm only going to undress him out of all of the dolls that I think are stuffed to perfection, that their artist did a wonderful job. So in the legs, all of this is glass beads. There's glass beads all the way up to his knee. All the way up to his knee. And that gives a nice heavy leg. And then up here is the polyfill. This is the squishy part. And so, I mean, it's all squishy, but this is the more squishy part. There's no beads. There's just no glass in him here, no weighting material. It's just the polyfill. And that makes it for, you know, his leg to be able to look good. And when you're holding him, you're not just feeling weight in your hands like under his head and under his butt, but if you're holding him close to you and you touch his leg, it doesn't just feel like, you know, you're you know, tapping a feather up underneath, but it's got some weight to it. So for me, this is a very, very well done cuddle baby. This is how I like my cuddle babies done. Okay, so as for the different bodies that you can get for your cuddle babies, there are a few different kinds of cuddle baby bodies out there. And I know that a lot of people absolutely love, oh, what are they called? I'm telling my cat, don't you do it. She was looking over here. The Reggie bodies. I know that they're extremely popular, and I know people absolutely love them, but I actually am not a fan of the Reggie bodies. And I think that why I don't like them is because for some reason, the arms seem a little bit long and the legs seem a little bit too long. They also they come to you pre-weighted. So if you were to just purchase the body, it's already got weight in the feet, in the legs, in the belly, in the arms. And you can't go back in there and change the weight on them. Because it's sewn in like that, right? Because the Reggie bodies do have like elbows, like they're stitched together here to give them more bend, but you can have the same kind of bend as long as you don't overdo your arms. You're going to get that bend. But then their hands are smaller, and I like the bigger hands on on my Cuddle babies, because the hand is the one thing I like to hold a lot when I'm holding a Cuddle baby. And the Reggie hands for me are personally too small. They're also very expensive if you are just going to buy a body, right? To, like, if you want to change your... What did I do with your mitten? Oh, my stars. Your mama, she got it bad. All right, let's put the mitten on. So I'm going to tell you my favorite bodies. My favorite bodies are Bountiful Baby bodies. And I like it because you can even get one that is a little bit more chunkier. But all of their bodies, to me, you can see you've got... The arms are nice. They're bigger up here, where the other bodies... some McPherson bodies I don't like. I don't like bodies that you stuff them here and then you sew them up. I don't like that. I like there to just, they come and you can fill it up from the top and then you just attach it. You attach it and there's no sewing involved. The thighs are bigger. It's just, to me, I love these bodies. Now, I'm not sure where this body exactly came from, but this is a wonderful body, and it does remind me of Bountiful Baby bodies, so it very well could be one. I don't know. Anna will have to let me know. So he is perfectly weighted. Okay. Oh, my goodness, you guys. I'm going to show you two more, and this is also going to show you all my Cuddle babies, for those of you that have been wondering. Okay, now this baby girl, this is Caroline. And Caroline is my very, very, very first Cuddle baby. And I absolutely love her. She is a chunky monkey. She is the Dominic Asleep from Bountiful Baby. And she's so gorgeous. But she was my first one that I got. And Kathleen Perry... I bought her from Kathleen Perry, who made her on Reborns.com. And she did a really, really good job. She is stuffed in her feet all the way up to here, like I like it. She is very chunky. She's got these chunky thighs. So she is on a Bountiful Baby body. So I'm just going to show it to you. And you can see what I mean by, they're just fat, you guys. Look at the nice size of the thigh, right? On some Cuddle Baby bodies, it's hard to say, some of the different types of bodies, the legs are just thinner. It's like they don't have any meat on them, right? And I like these thighs. I like the big thighs. I like the big arms up here, and they have a nice size little bum on them, and that's all very, very important because, you know, I do hold them and I like to pet them like this. And as you can see, you know, she's got some chunk to her, and that's one of the reasons why I love my Cuddle babies, is because I like the chunk on these babies. And some of the Cuddle babies that I have had, that I've passed on, did not have these types of bodies. They were on different types of bodies. Yes, I could have purchased them another body and put it on them. However, I just decided to pass them along because, well, not all of them. One of them I did change out. That would have been DJ. DJ, I did change the body out on your little baby. But, like, you know, I didn't change her body out. She's a small baby, but she also, her body is really thin. And I like to have the chunk. I like to have the chunk. Okay, so I am going to show you 4 more reborns. 4 more reborn Cuddle babies that I love and beautiful. They're not going anywhere. but I have issues with how their artist made them, okay? And I will tell you the difference. Okay, I had to put you on pause a minute because I had to put those babies up to bring some more babies down. Okay, so this is Vivian, and I love this Cuddle baby. However, she will be getting an update on her body. Now, I don't know if you can tell or not. So here's her hand. It's very light. And I can't get her hand, I can't get it to lay down. Like, my hand is under her hand, literally. My hand is under her hand. Her hand cannot lay down. There's a reason for that. The reason her hand cannot lay down is because she has no weight in her hands. None. Her hands are just stuffed with polyfill. And so there's nothing to help pose her to weight her down. She has a little bit of weight right here. Just, you guys. So here's her hand, polyfill, and then from right here to right here, she's got weight. And then the rest of it is polyfill. So this is why her arms are out like this mostly and not going down or back. So she's a little bit harder. You can see she's going to be harder to pose because there's no weight. If this was just polyfill and this was more weighted, her arms would stay better on her chest because they can't. She's weighted great in the core. She has weighting in her feet all the way up to not quite her knee to about right here. That I can deal with, but if I'm going to go ahead, because I've got to, change the weight on her, I'm going to go ahead and add some more weight in her feet as well. So from here all the way to here is the polyfill, and there's a little bit of beading. Oh my gosh, a little more weight here. The core of her body is good, except it's not quite heavy enough, but it's still good. I don't mind her not being, she's heavy enough. We'll put it that way. She's probably 4 pounds, so she's heavy enough. And, yeah. So this is a big no-no. A big no-no is just to put stuffing in the hands and, just not really having any weight here. This is not good at all. So there's just a little bit of weight here, a little bit of weight here, and there could be more. So that is a pet peeve of mine. And I do want to remind you guys that as I'm showing you my Cuddle babies, and I'm glad that you guys get to see all of my Cuddle babies in my collection on this video. It's going to make for a long video, but you know what? That's going to be okay because it needs to be done all at one time. And I do want to share my Cuddles with everybody because everyone that watches this channel that has watched for a while, you've heard me say over and over again that I love Cuddle babies. I love them. Cuddle babies are the ones that I like to hold. They are the ones I want to hold because they're made to be held, right? The only thing I have to worry about is the paint on their face, but as for clothing, I don't have to worry about transfer of dye from clothes to their vinyl body at all. And I've actually never had dye transfer from clothing to the body itself ever. And, I've been with the Cuddles now for 3 years. But they are actually my favorite reborns are Cuddle babies. But you guys already know that. Okay, so love this baby. Now, let me show you something. This is the same doll by a different artist. And so it's the Richard sculpt, right? So here's Richard. Here's Richard. And Richard has his arms. So first, let me move Vivian. And I kept his name Richard. And Richard is a cutie. He is beautiful. He's a beautiful baby. He's extremely poseable. He has the 1/4 arms and legs. You can't see them. They're in here. So his vinyl stops right here. And so what beef do I have with this guy right here? He's gorgeous. I really don't plan on changing him. However, I am going to go in and put some weight, more weight in his arms because it doesn't feel like there's any weight. There's no weight at all in the cloth part. There's weight in the hands, but it's not, I don't know. I don't think I need to change him. But do you see that he's skinny? He's much skinnier than Vivian. I think he was made to be more poseable, but I actually would rather have him without his hands and without the feet, and just have him as a complete cuddle. But because he is so poseable, I guess I'm going to keep him just like this. But I wanted to share that this is another kind of cuddle baby that you can get that has hands and has the vinyl feet. So I know a lot of you have probably seen silicone babies like that, but they do have vinyls, and he is one of them. And he is a good size baby. He's definitely 3 months. Cannot fit in newborn clothes at all. He's long. He's very long. All right. So not my favorite, you guys, but to be quite honest, I don't consider him a cuddle baby. I know that's crazy, and I guess I should. Maybe I am going to start calling him a cuddle baby, but he's not as chunky. And for me, I don't know. He's not as fun to hold, but he's gorgeous. I love him. I'm going to stop talking about him like that. Okay, so let's move on to, I've got 2 here by the same artist. Let me bring both of them on. So we have Spencer. Hello. Spencer says hello. Don't let her eyes freak you out. And then we have, oh my gosh, Magdalena. Oh my gosh. Magdalena is so heavy. All right. And then we have Magdalena. So both are done by the same artist. And I'm just going to go ahead and I will move. Ugh. It doesn't matter which one I move. So I'm going to move Spencer. And we're going to bring Magdalena in here. I don't have to take off her hat, but I'm just taking off her hat so you can see her, this cute baby. Okay, so beautiful, gorgeous, painted baby. Love this baby. Don't love how her artist stuffed her. Some of you may know and some of you may not know, but you've got your glass beads, and you got glass beads. They are in different sizes, all the way to the sandblasted size. But then you have poly pellets. And actually, just like filling her hand, I can fill each individual poly pellet. Literally, I can feel each individual poly pellet. Like here is one complete poly pellet right here that I'm holding between my fingers. So you can imagine that when I'm holding her hand and feeling her hand, I'm not feeling anything smooth like it would be like glass beads, glass beads, for glass weighting material. I feel these big rounded poly pellets, and they're not heavy at all, so they barely add any weight to her hand. They go all the way up to her elbow, which, you know, is nice if that had been glass, you know, glass weighting. So what I feel is the poly pellets. Like, there's a poly pellet between my hand. That is big, right? A big round little ball. And a big round little, little ball. And then this is the polyfill. So there's, like, you know, she doesn't have the weight to keep her hands back, even try to twist her some more, but it's still not laying completely flat. She's weighted extremely well in her head and through her body. And then when you come to her legs, she's got polyfill here, and then she's got those stupid poly pellets that are all in here. So it does make it much softer than, say, the glass weighting material. However, the thing is I'm going to tell you what it feels like. It feels like a beanbag. So she feels like a beanbag in her feet and in her legs and in her hands. So if that is something that wouldn't bother you, then, you know, that'd be good. For me, it really bothered me when I first got her, even though I loved her and I love her and she's not going anywhere. That kind of bothers me. However, I can live with it, but I'm just saying that this is just not, it's not good personally for me to do a cuddle baby in this way. I think glass beads always should be glass weighting material. I don't know what's wrong with me. Should be in the hands, up to the elbows. It should be in the feet, up to the knees, to give them proper weighting in their legs, in their arms. So Spencer is just like this. I'm just going to bring Spencer back in one more time. Spencer is actually weighted a little bit lighter than she is, but I'm going to bring her on just so I can share her with you, since I am sharing all of my cuddle babies. Her eyes freak some people out. I apologize. I love her. I love her hair. Is she my only cuddle baby with hair? Vivian just has a little poof of hair on the top. So she is adorable, gorgeous. She's done by the same artist. So poly pellets, not too heavily weighted in her body, unfortunately for me. Poly pellets. And so when I'm holding her, so if I'm holding her and I'm holding her against me and I'm like playing with her feet, like, you know, you would, what I'm feeling is round poly pellets in her feet, and it's distracting, right? So these are things that will eventually change with these babies right here. But these I love so very much. They're not going anywhere. Now, this little guy you've never ever seen before, because I haven't shown him yet. I did a trade, and let me bring him in. He's absolutely adorable, and he's so cute. Here he is. Here is the little man. So this little one, I actually just did a trade. My Ashley Asleep, who the artist, I love the artist. I love the artist. She also made this little one. This is my very first cuddle baby that I've seen by Alicia Gardner. And I love Alicia's work. However, this is when it comes to cuddle babies, if this had been my first cuddle baby, I don't think I would have been impressed at all. Number one, the head has a hard time turning. I'm going to loosen that, but that's not the problem. The problem is, let's talk about the arms. Let's talk about the arms. So the arms, I'm trying to see what's in here. There is a tiny bit of weighting here in his hand. And then all of this is polyfill. He's weighted in his torso and in his head really, really good. And then his his legs, he's got, I'm going to show you right here. That is where the glass beads are. Just in the feet. Nothing in his leg. Nothing in his leg except polyfill. And it makes him pretty much feel like a rag doll. Like I said, there's really nothing in that hand very much except a little bit of weight with the glass. But other than that, from his hand all the way here, it's polyfill. And when you are holding him, I know you can't see me, but when you're holding him, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me, and I don't like it. So I'm going to show you one more baby, and then I will make sure that I do a video to tell you all about that baby. I'll do a video to tell you more about this little guy too, but I got to do a little bit of fixing on him. I do need to get him more heavily weighted, but I'm so glad that I did my trade because, like I said, she's one of my favorite artists, and this little guy right here is painted so beautifully, and of course his hair is painted beautifully. So hang on and let me get someone else you haven't seen. I'm so excited just for you guys to see her. Now this is not her her video. I will make that video tomorrow. But I just wanted to share, this is my new cuddle baby. She is so stinking cute, you guys. And oh my gosh, I love her. But anyways, that's not why I'm here. She is an awesome cuddle baby. She is 22 inches long. She is weighted to perfection. She came from Canada. Her artist is Canadian. And once I do her video, I'll leave all that information, you know, in the description below. So she is weighted in her hands, up her arms, all the way to right here in her elbows where I like it. And then the polyfill is just right here. And when I do cuddle babies, that's how I weight them. That's how I weight them. And then her legs, and she's so chunky. Oh my gosh, look at this thigh. She's got some meat on her, and I love that. She's got she's got glass beads in her feet all the way up to her knee, like I love. And then this is the polyfill, and then back here, she's wonderfully weighted in her bunkie area, and so she is absolutely gorgeous. So I know that I wasn't able to share with you guys the actual materials and stuff that they were made out of, but I just kind of wanted to point out some things that I really find important when I am getting a cuddle baby, or if I'm putting a baby on a cuddle body to send to somebody. I try to weight them exactly the way I would want them weighted. And like I said, not everyone is going to agree with what I'm saying, and that's okay because this is my opinion. And everyone has their own opinion. I know a lot of people love the Reggie bodies. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of the McPherson bodies that the limbs just seem not as chunky. I mean, now she's chunky. I don't know where her body came from. It could have came from McPherson's, but all I know is that this body fits her extremely well. But the bodies that I've had from McPherson's, either I had the dolls, the ones that had, you know, the skinnier limbs, and the stitchings were coming out in the back, and, you know, and so it, just not a fan. So I like them weighted in the arms and the legs and the belly and the head. They should be weighted properly. Don't cut out and don't skimp on the weighting in their arms and legs. Lord, if you are someone that makes cuddle babies for a living, please do your customers a favor and put enough weight in the legs and the arms. Don't skimp on the weight. They need to be able to take being held and squished a little bit, and that's the comfort of a cuddle baby, is their cuddliness, and they're weighted. It's like a weighted blanket. They add comfort. All right, everyone, so that is it for this video. I know it was long, but I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my cuddle babies. You have now seen all of my cuddle babies that are in my nursery. I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and I just hope that you enjoyed the talk. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. If you ask me a question on any of this, I will respond to you. And yeah, if you have any tips or tricks or whatever, please put it in the description or in the comment section below as well. I've really enjoyed doing this. I love my cuddles. I love my cuddle babies. And so this was a good video for me. Hope it was a good video for you too. Everyone, take care. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Please remember that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. God bless you, and the peace of Christ be with you always. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.